Hello and welcome everybody to this month's forum. And this is the first time that we do this in the forum. I'm now in Toledo, USA. And just last week, because the typhoon in Hong Kong, I couldn't get to Zurich on time, couldn't fly. Well, it's too far to walk there. Uh, and they just couldn't find me there. So in order not to miss the workshop, I run 2 workshops in Zoom with the wonderful help of Yvonne. Hey, Yvonne. So Yvonne and uh, 3 other master trainers work in Zurich, and I stay in the hotel room in Hong Kong, and we did a really wonderful workshop, 2 workshops. And then I here in Toledo for the forum. So welcome to the forum. The topic this month is how Tai Chi can improve the 8 dimensions of wellness. And I just done the Exploring the Depth of Tai Chi for Arthritis workshop here in Toledo. And that workshop finished at 5 o'clock. It's now 6 o'clock in Toledo. And many of the participants from the workshop are joining the forum. And this is the first time we have live audience. There you are. Can you see them? Yeah. And so we're going to have a lot more questions and interaction from the audience. And I want to welcome all my normal audience from different parts of the world. If I can just have a quick look at the audience yeah. Hey, hello, welcome. That's Sue. I can see. I'm just a little bit far from the computer, so I can't quite see everybody. But welcome everybody, and Nina. Um, and anyway, I won't call your name. So we're going. Let's say first of all, I'm going to start with introducing the team. Evan's going to run the technical things from Australia. So would you like to say something, Evan?
Sure. Hi, everyone. This is amazing. Thanks to Becky and your team there in Toledo for making this all work. And thanks to Dr. Lam for being up for trying something new. This is amazing. Please use the chat box for your questions, as Ernie said, as usual. And yeah, let's go. Thank you.
Thank you, Evan. It's wonderful to have your technical expertise to get things going. At first, I was quite lost, but I think I'm less lost now. And Ernie, doesn't require any introduction, but you all know she helped us to get here. But this time, the participants from Toledo workshop might not know Ernie. Do you guys know who's Ernie? Well,
That's
yeah,
me.
I thought everybody knows her. She, she's she's our workshop coordinator from USA. Where's Ernie?
I'm here.
Yeah, hi. Which country? I mean, which Kansas? Yeah,
I'm in Kansas City. I will see you next weekend.
of course.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
coming to Kansas City. Right. Well, I'm just a little bit disorientated. So, okay, I'll welcome everybody. I'll stop talking and and I'll introduce the main speaker on this forum, the 8 dimensional wellness and how Tai Chi can improve that. Mark Poos is a newly certified master trainer, and you might introduce your own background if you like. So I'm going to let Mark take this amazing seat in front of the stage.
Oh, Mike, you need to, if you might unmute yourself on the button, you might just have to press the button on your microphone.
My button.
The one on the bottom, I think, might need to be pressed, actually. Let's hear that.
On mute. Okay. How about that? Mike, I'm not sure if you hear me.
We might just use Dr. Lam's microphone.
You can start back up here. Oh, this was. You want to just
Yeah, that's
say
best.
Something.
Yes, that's
Something.
great. Thank you, Mike.
This is all going to work. The second time we do this is going to be fantastic. It really is. You're going to love this next month. Hey, greetings. Mike Poole. I was a master trainer in January. And part of my background is I'm a retired police officer. And so I'm actually working on my doctoral program, and I'm looking at a holistic approach to care for law enforcement here in the United States. And so I started looking into what is holistic wellness? What does holistic care mean? And sometimes we say, we talk about mind and body. Sometimes we talk about physical, mental, and emotional as holistic. And I was doing some research on that, and we came up, I found this 8 dimensions of wellness, the 8 dimensions of wellness. And Evan, if you want to throw the slide up there. So here is the 8 dimensions of wellness, right? So we have the physical, that's the little green, that's understanding how we are well physically, whether we're physically fit or illness or disease. The next one down as we come around the clock is social. So how are we well? What is our wellness as far as our social aspect, our relationships, how we interact with others? So that's the social dimension. The next one is existential. How do we see ourselves in relation to things that are bigger than us? Spirituality would fit into this dimension, whatever your spirituality may be, or however you see that fitting into your wellness. But how are we existentially? Going around, we have our emotional wellness. How do we care for ourselves emotionally? I think this is one I'd never really thought of, is environmentally. How is my wellness with the environment? And so, and kind of to expand on that is, how am I in my home environment, my work environment, how are we in this environment in Tai Chi practice? How are we in the world? How are we caring for creation? What is my positive and negative effect? And how does that affect my wellness, my contribution to caring for creation? So that's the environmental aspect of it. Financially, and what is our financial wellness? And I think a lot of times when we think about wellness, we don't think about how we are financially and our financial dealings being part of our wellness. And then intellectually, mentally, how are we as far as our wellness, and how well are we taking care of ourselves? Mental health is a big concern for us. So how is that going? And then finally, vocationally, and your career. How am I well in my work, right? And so I've really taken to this. You can go ahead and drop the slide there, Evan. Thanks. I've really taken to this, and I think it has truly expanded over the last 6-7 months as I've been playing with it, my understanding of wellness. And so as we are part of that, as instructors in Tai Chi, we are part of people's wellness plan, and we should be part of our own wellness plan as well. And so how does that play out? And of course, I think Tai Chi has a contribution to that. My shirt says Tai Chi for health, so I figured there's something to this. And today and yesterday and the last however long I've been involved with the Institute, we've played with the principles, and we went through, Dr. Lam led us through the principles today as we were exploring the depth of TCA. And I think my premise, and we'll see at the end what you think, my premise is the principles that we practice, the foundation of Tai Chi, can help us in our holistic wellness, can contribute to our positive wellness in each of the 8 dimensions. And you say, well, how might that be? And well, let's all stand up and we'll play with this a little bit. So we're going to stand up. We're just going to do some movements. So if you have some space, we're just going to work through some of the warm-ups that we do. So so you don't have to have a lot of space, but a little space. There's no touch policies, remember. So come up. What's that? Right. Oh, look at that. So let's, the first one I'd like to think about, and we've got the chart here to remind us. Dr. Lam wrote that. I don't know how to do Chinese, so I'm not going to take credit for that. So the first one is a slow, smooth, and continuous, right? So let's play with the carrying the ball warm up that we do, right? So let's just a couple times feel that, right? And think about slow, smooth, and continuous as you play with this. Now, the question, how do you in your social relationships practice slow, smooth, and continuous? Do you continually stay in contact with the people that you care about? Right? Do we enter new relationships quickly? Or do we slow down and take it a little slower? Right? Slow, smooth, and continuous. How about our environment when we are out in the world and caring for creation? Do we do things in a mindful way, slow, seeing how we contribute positively to the creation? How about our work? If we're changing jobs, changing careers, do we just jump into the next thing? Or do we take a slow, smooth, and continuous approach? Right? Just relax. Take a breath. Check it out. So the next one, right, is moving against the gentle resistance. So we're going to do the first neck exercise, right? Gentle, and pick your gentle resistance of your favorite one, right? So gentle resistance. What is our gentle resistance financially? Do we have those people in our lives, or do we have mechanisms in our lives that present a gentle resistance when we want to expend money? What is that gentle resistance in our career? Are there people at work that keep us in check? Are there people in work that we allow us to bounce ideas off, and we have a relationship enough for them to say, that may not be a good idea? What might that gentle relationship be? How about intellectually? Are we open to thinking differently, being challenged in our thought patterns? Things we may believe. Are we open to some resistance in that? Relax, take a breath. Shake it out. Number 3 is upright body posture. So we're just going to use one up, one down. Yeah, right. So here we go. Are we upright socially in our relationships? Are we appropriate in how we treat people? Are we upright in our spending or our financial ability? Right. about in our careers, on our jobs, in our vocations, even in our health. Are we are we uh, I've got to schedule my next doctor's appointment. I've got my birthday's coming up, so I've got to schedule my annual visit. Do I tell the doctor the truth about my health? Oh, I think we've hit a nerve. At least in the hometown here, right? Right? Yeah. Last one. Relax. Check it out. Next one is conscious weight transfer. This is our step and punch, right? So this constant weight transfer, right? So it's this consciousness, intentionality, right? We were talking about that today in TCA, being intentional, right? Are we intentional in in what we're thinking and how we challenge our minds, how we think about things? Are we intentional with caring for the environment? Are we intentional with our relationships? Are we intentionally engaging our emotions, right? Or do we just let them sit? Conscious weight transfer as we move into it. Shake it out, right? And the next one down, song. And so make sure I do the right thing. So yeah, how do we expand or loosen or relax, right? We're just going to do this hip, right? Right. We talked today about songing hips in DCA. How do we expand our mental capabilities? Right? Do we do Sudoku, or how do we challenge ourselves mentally or socially? Do we continue to expand our social circles, or do we just kind of keep them small and close? Right? Switch that. How might that be? Take a breath. Jing, this um, uh, mental awareness, right? Right. So we're going to do our ankles, right? Hilt, right. Just being still. We have a difficulty being still in our world. Can we just be still and be present? Um, right. Uh, Many times I have conversations and people will pick up their phones while we're talking. And relationally, is that being present? Is that being mentally still? Right? Are we mentally still financially or in our families? Right? Last one. Where might we need to be, um, kind of mentally present? Right. The last one is breath. Everything is tied to the breath, right? So we're just gonna do that nice shoulder, right? And just in everything, taking that breath of evaluation, right? Relationally, socially, vocationally, existentially, environmentally, intellectually, right? So that just gives us reason uh, to think about how Tai Chi might affect our 8 dimensions of wellness. So yeah, there you go. Thank you. So, oh,
Thank you, Mike. That was a really lovely way, ingenious way to use the warm-up exercise to relate to how Tai Chi works for the 8 dimensions. The 8 dimension is quite exhaustive in the sense that it covers so many aspects. And I guess a lot of those are interrelated. Being healthy, having a good social relationship with people, they are related. If you are mentally more healthy, you're more likely to relate it positively with other people. And if you are physically not so healthy, it's much more challenging to relate to other people. And likewise, your finance, your career has to do with how healthy you are. And of course, we know Tai Chi is shown by now. Tai Chi and Qigong have more than 3,000 published studies showing how effective it is for the physical and mental health. So in that aspect, Tai Chi related to many of these dimensions. And Mike did really well, sort of relating it through the warm-up exercise. I'm going to focus on one aspect that is human relationship, because how we relate to people also relate to our environment, also work with our health. In fact, the study in quality of life, the world longest study of quality of life by Harvard University, and still going on. It's amazing that when I look at what they did, the number one thing that relate to so many part of our health, mental, physical health, happiness, quality of life, has a lot to do with relationship. Does that make sense? I know study will show people in even like a more isolated community, and when a person is ostracized by the community, right? Everyone says he's bad and they don't want to interact with him. That person gets so sick they even die from being ostracized. So relationship can be so important in every aspect. I remember that bullies in school, and it was a horrible feeling. And then, of course, when you feel horrible, everything's goes wrong. Just a little bit of my past in high school, except English, I didn't know English to start with. I was top in all subjects. And when people's classmates start bullying me, the next turn, I went down to like below average. And I didn't know why. I just feel unhappy. I didn't know why my marks are so bad. So one of the things Tai Chi is really good, apart from the fact that it's proven to good for your physical, mental health, is it's a wonderful tool for relationship. I wouldn't be surprised the creator has something in mind. And you know, of course, when you're healthier, you have better relationship. But the the key movement in Tai Chi, that is stroking bird's tail in Yang style, and which is similar but the same of leisurely tying coat in Sung style and Chain style. But I'm going to just use Yang style to show how the key movement of Tai Chi, or even the center way of interacting with people in Tai Chi, is just so positive for relationships. People know Tai Chi originally come from a martial artist, and for centuries, people talk about using Tai Chi as an effective martial art. But the Tai Chi martial art is very different. It's not confrontational, it's not aggressive in the way that there is not one Tai Chi move that punch people first. You always listen to the incoming force, redirect, absorb the incoming force before you need to deliver a punch. So it's like in interacting with people. You need to listen to people, understand where they're coming from, and only when it's absolutely necessary that you need to deliver your message. And that explains so well with the stroking bird's tail. First of all, you block, keeping yourself strong so you can listen to the incoming force. You turn to touch the opponent's hands and elbow to feel where the incoming force coming from, and then you don't run away and you don't fight back. You don't push back. You exhort where that force coming from. Why is he so angry with me? Why is he so nasty? What is he looking for? So when you understand where that coming from, then you can find a solution, dissolve incoming force, and you can work out a solution that is win-win situation, harmonized. Tai Chi has a lot to do with harmony. It's not just to throw the opponent away. It is when you understand the incoming force, you can decide how to harmonize with people. And that is a philosophy that since I know Tai Chi, I have used a lot more. Listen to people more intensely, trying to understand the opposite person's point of view, and then you can come up with a better solution, or working out a win-win situation. Or if that's an impossible case, well, you don't have to hurt people. You can just gently walk away. And so I talk about the Harvard study that relationship is the most important factor about the quality of life. And I think of my life, and I think of people I know, many of you I know. You can just imagine, you get really unhappy if you have a fight with your partner, with your friends, your close friends. That actually affect us more than anything else. And if you have no friends, if you know somebody, you know, and study has showed that somebody who has no friends, they're usually not happy. That's why I'm so happy. I'm here with my friends. And probably a big part of the reason of you come is to the group of people who care about others, the nicest group of people, and we also care about our own health, but we care about other people and we enjoy other people's company. That, for me, is the most important thing about Tai Chi for Health community. We just, everyone I know, almost that I know enough, they're all really nice and all really caring. And that part has to do with Tai Chi too. When we start doing more Tai Chi, sharing more Tai Chi, it changes our attitude. We learn to listen more, and we get healthier within ourselves. So I think it's really wonderful that might talk about the dimension of health. There's many aspects to look at health or wellness or the quality of life. And Tai Chi can be a very effective tool, and we know it is. And it's really good to have examples, just warm up exercise, and example like the key movement, stroking bird's tail, how it sort of express the thin Tai Chi approach. Tai Chi approach never punches for punches. We always start with listening, absorb, redirect, find ways to harmonize. That's just so necessary, so useful for the modern world. So that's my part. Perhaps anyone like to comment or have any questions, Mark and me would be happy to answer. Yeah. Do you want to come up that we'll sit down and answer questions where they So anybody have any question for us or comments? Yeah, anyone in the audience? Yeah. Comments?
Something.
Well, do you want to come up and say that?
No, ma'am.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 minute. Yeah, repeat the question so the audience know.
Did you come up with the 8 dimensions yourself for the dissertation?
Yeah. And the question is, did I come up with the 8 dimensions? And the answer is no. I found it on the website for the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Agency for the United States government. That's where I found it. And it's based, as the best of I can find, its origin is based from a study from UCLA. So it's not mine. Yeah. I just found it.
Made it very practical, like application for, and making it an application for this practice.
Yeah.
Incorporate those things to help people in their day-to-day life.
Yeah, life application. I think we do that a lot as Tai Chi practitioners and Tai Chi instructors, helping people, applying what we do for an hour a week or 2 hours a week or whatever in their lives. I think that's the difference we make. I really do.
Nina Zeldin has her hand raised. Nina, would you like to add to the conversation?
Well, I want to say thank you both to both of you. And I highly recommend, if anybody hasn't already read it, to read Dr. Lam's Recipe for Health, because Dr. Lam, just like the Tai Chi principles, he encapsulated what the 8 dimensions of health that Mike talked about in that article. It is a really great resource to share with our participants. And if you haven't already read it, I recommend you do so. Do you want to say anything about your Recipe for Health, Dr. Lam?
Well, thank you for mentioning that. It's certainly something I learn and practice, and I thought it would be fair to say I actually got this idea from Arnold Schwarzenegger's book. When I write my memoir, I read many memoirs and autobiographies, people's life, and somebody bought me his book, the total recall is a thick book. And I just didn't know much about him. I thought, wow, what can I learn from a bodybuilder? He's like 3 times my size, and you kind of have the wrong impression that people who are so big might not be incredibly smart, like intelligent, and what he does, a lot of it's very consistent with Tai Chi principles. So in his book, I pinched one of his idea. He ended with the recipe for good life. And mine, of course, is the Tai Chi way. But in a way, good life is similar. Good relationship, good health, and Tai Chi can help that. Thanks for bringing it up. But do you want to comment on that?
No, it's a good read.
Yes, if you haven't read, he's so active. I know he's same age as me, and he had heart operations. Just incredible life. Start from a bodybuilder to a movie star to a politician, and he was out there. He didn't have to work out there helping people. Yeah, amazing. Denise, go ahead. Come up here. So here's the microphone. Yeah, come out here.
A lot of people seek Tai Chi for stress reduction. You know, you'll find it in your class and they'll say, I don't know what it is, but I feel so much better afterwards. How do you would suggest we incorporate something like the 8 pillars of wellness into our class? Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, good question. How do we incorporate this? And it's similar to how we incorporate all the principles, and Dr. Lam has wonderful things to give us, and I learned from all of you. I've learned 1,000 things the last 3 days. So yeah, and you drop them in during your instruction. Yes. I mean, those are things that you drop in. It's just like you drop in the Tai Chi principles during your instruction. You can drop those in as well, just maybe in a life application, or you can say, oh, this could be, yeah. And it's just dropping them in. People hear you. They really do. Because they'll come up and say, oh, I like the way you said that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Greg Zindel is
Thanks,
dropped
Denise.
in with his hand raised.
Okay, let me just say something
Okay.
before you go. Tai Chi is a mind body exercise. That is a major difference. And without trying to relax, when you do Tai Chi, especially follow the principles, it's not just relax. It make your mind clearer, make you less stressed, and more calm. Different ways of just relax like that, and you become even more effective when you think clearer and not ridden by stress. And you don't have to have any special ways. Just by doing Tai Chi, that's you just get there. So yes, someone wants to say something else. Go ahead.
Yeah, Dr. Lam and Mike, these principles, I mean, it kind of reminds me of the Dr. Lam's principles. In a way, there's a lot there. So applying these, like, Dr. Lam says, when you're trying to learn some of this stuff and incorporate it, you focus on one aspect, okay, the slow, continuous. So either of you or anybody, how do you apply this in your life? Do you focus on just, I mean, there's a lot there. That's like everything in life. So how do you try to focus this and incorporate this into your life?
That's a good one, great. One of the things I would say is you don't even have to try. Once you do Tai Chi, a lot of that will rub into you. However, certainly in time of stress and challenges, then you can certainly use Tai Chi, especially the breathing exercise, open, close. It really helped me at times when really stressed. But because you already Tai Chi principles already in you, if you practice it even now and then, you already got it. So in a way, it kind of make us a more resilient and more reasonable, harmonious person. That doesn't make us perfect, but it helps to that way, using more harmonious way approach life. That okay for you, Greg? Anyone else?
Coming up.
You want to say something? Come, Lolly.
Oh, that's okay.
So I have a lot of friends who only practice Qigong. They don't do Tai Chi. And one of them looked at me and said, "Oh, you're a Tai Chi purist." And I said, "I don't even know what that means. What are you saying?" And they said, "Well, you teach those Tai Chi principles." So we all need to be purist and teach Tai Chi principles. So
yeah, well, there's always this talk about Tai Chi and Qigong, the differences. So I thought this would be a good time to mention it again. I think we mentioned that in one of the forum topics, maybe 3-4 years ago. Tai Chi is a form of Qigong. It's a unique form of Qigong. What is Qigong? In the Chinese word, Qi is air, is oxygen. Gong is a method of practice. Qi also in our Tai Chi world means the internal energy, the Qi energy. So Qigong is any exercise that improve your Qi. So that especially most of the Qigong involve in breathing exercise. So some meditative Qigong, they just sit there and practice breathing or practice clearing their mind. The problem with Qigong is it's such a huge variation from sitting down, just almost meditating or almost like going to sleep, to quite active movements, and can be all different kinds of movements. So whereas Tai Chi, even though there are different styles and forms, we have clear principle. Most of every Tai Chi forms have those principles that Mark went through. And even though the movements are different, they still follow the same principle. And that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm going to compare different Tai Chi styles and the principles and how it's different and how its feature, its efficacy. So nonetheless, a lot of study has shown Qigong is very effective for health, and Tai Chi is a form of Qigong. So it can be difficult to compare which way, what Qigong do you do? Whereas with Tai Chi, we can say, I'm doing a chain style Tai Chi, or I'm doing Tai Chi for health programs. It's easier to define. That's I think to me, that's the main difference. I hope that kind of answer your question or your comment. So a pure Tai Chi, I don't know. Tai Chi is a form of Qigong. So, yeah.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So my question is for Mike. Mike, you said earlier that you used to be in law enforcement. If you had done a 8-dimension analysis of yourself when you were in the law enforcement community, pre-Tai Chi, and do one now, what has changed dramatically?
Yeah, good question. What has changed dramatically? If I would have done, and the truth, well, first of all, I did not do one, of course, and I think I would approach how I did the job, how I took care of myself, how I took care of my family, how the contribution I had to the world would be very, very different. Yeah, it's just because I think it opens up a way of understanding how connected we truly are. I mean, Dr. Lam talks about that all the time. I think I would have been a better person. I think I would have been a better police officer. I would have been a better father and husband. I would have been a lot of things had had I had this. And that's where kind of what got me into this the study and the reason I found this is because yeah, I still love the job of law enforcement. I still think it's a fantastic job. It's a tough job, especially in today's world. And how do we care for people um, in a world where law enforcement thinks the world is against them? And so that's a tough sell, and that's tough on physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, socially. It's just I would have been a much better person had I done this, a long, long, long time ago, 2 lifetimes ago. Yeah.
And now you're trying to push it back into that community for that very reason.
I am,
right?
and I do.
Yeah.
I do Tai Chi with the law enforcement community on a lot of different levels. And yeah, and part of it is because I'm an insider, I can get into law enforcement places
Speak the
more
same
than,
language, yes.
yeah, I know the language and, yeah, and I've got, and so that's what we talk about. How can we spread Tai Chi? And it's taking it to the communities that speak the same language as you do. So if you're a nurse, take it into the nursing community. If you're a police officer, take it into that community. Firefighters. I mean, Becky and I have had that conversation as well. Or, those, because you speak the language, they'll be more open to you coming in. And I tell police officers my story, and it's made a difference in my life. So yeah,
That's an awesome story. Thank you, Mike.
That's great. So if there's no more question, you can still have questions. We can have the meeting, with different people, the breakout room. Is that
Sure.
a good idea?
Sure,
Yeah.
Dr. Lam.
And then we can come back. Yeah. We certainly can have a meeting here. A lot of.
And then we'll come back and wrap up at the end.
Yes.
We'll do about 10 minutes. Thanks, everyone.
This was a great setup. I'm seeing so many that we have had at other workshops in June, Junaluska, this past June.
Yeah.
So many of I'm seeing in this room. I see Becky up in front here, and I see the whole front row. Oh, it's wonderful. Hi, everyone. It's so good to see you. And I can see clear back in the back. I see Sandra. Hi, Sandra. And I see Libby way back there. Oh my goodness, there's Adrienne waving. Oh, this is a wonderful way. Oh, there's Jim. Yeah. Hi, everybody. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I know you from your registrations. I know your names, but I know your faces, and it's wonderful to put it all together.
Yes, we have a beautiful, big family, gigantic family.
I think I see Anna from Anchorage. Anna, are you there? Is that Anna?
Anna, yeah,
Where? I don't see you, Anna.
she's standing up.
Oh, boots on the ground. Wonderful.
Yay.
Well, thank you so much, Becky, and your whole team there for making this
Hi,
happen.
Becky.
This is amazing.
And Mark.
And Mark, thanks, Mark.
Yeah. Mark's been hiding behind the camera.
Mark, there you go. Hi, Mark.
Well, the rooms are
And then
closing.
there's
We've got
some
25 seconds left. People will be coming back. Actually, a lot of people are back. They're coming in slowly.
our group, we probably had 100 people tonight.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
that was a really good workshop. Yeah, and everybody is so nice, right? And very smart too. Yeah, welcome back, everybody.
Dr. Lam, you might go over to in front of the camera, please.
Welcome back, everybody. It's. I hope you enjoyed the breakout room. We certainly did. We have a lot of people here.
So, Dr. Lam, this taking a good photo of this Zoom meeting is going to be hard to do it justice, but we could take a photo. We could try.
Okay, please do. Yeah. So do I want to turn the camera to the group? Then you can.
Oh, we've got the
Oh, you
group as
got it.
well. I'm spotlighting both of you.
Okay. Well.
Okay, everyone, let's smile and have a photo. You want to wave? Shall we wave? Okay.
Wait. Let me put the screen right. Okay.
Okay. Ready? Oh, we're doing our Tai Chi greeting, everyone. 1, 2, 3. Okay, got that one. Great. Thanks, Dr. Lam. Any closing words? Ernie, do you want to say anything about the workshop?
Oh, it was wonderful being included with the Toledo workshop. Oh my goodness. But you all come to Kansas City next weekend. How would that be? You know, hop a plane, hop a train, however you want to walk here. Poor little Robin walks to Missouri. You know the song? Yeah, so we have another big group. Can hardly wait to see Dr. Lam in Kansas City, but wonderful that we had it in Toledo. Same wonderful topics, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Can hardly wait to see what the program will be on Sunday about the taste of Yang Soon and Chen styles. Oh my goodness, that'll be wonderful.
Thank you. Yes, I'm very much looking forward to be there. It's quite an amazing workshop this time, especially the typhoon that has make a huge change. My flight was delayed for about a week, so then it was wonderful that my team get together and we were able to do a very successful Zoom meeting workshop. And right now we're doing Zoom for forum. Yeah, that's really good. I mean, this, of course, it's wonderful having personal energy, but this is the second best, and keep in touch. Yeah.
Well, I'll just quickly share because I know we've been working on it this past week that the registration site for Lake Junaluska 2026 is going to be available in about a week's time, and so everyone who's feeling the FOMO right now can can get ready to go and join everyone together again at that beautiful venue. So it'll be in your inbox, of course, but just keep an eye on that because the first come first serve for the housing, you can book your room, and you can book the first night only, and well, not first night, but you pay for just the first night, and then you've got your room booking. So just keep an eye on that and keep that in mind.
Yeah, I look forward to see everybody there. Of course, I would love to see you in Sydney. And actually, I know quite a few coming. Thank you, Kathy. And Lori, and me too.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
and
Mark's there raising his hands up. He's
March too. Yeah, yeah, and we're going to have this beautiful new hotel right in front of the beach, and they renovated, so it's just quite beautiful. You can check out in the website. But more importantly, we have more instructors than ever. Mark's going to teach, Hong is coming to teach, and Trevor. So 3 new instructors, as well as our normal great instructors. And maybe there's more of you coming. Yes, you're certainly welcome. And that's coming. Yes, right. Well done. And Becky might come. I'm pulling her arm. Oh, great. Myrtle's coming. Fantastic. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, we're going to be, and I can tell you, Sydney is, if you haven't been in Sydney, it's the most beautiful city in the world. And our people are friendly, and yeah, it's really nice. Hillary, go ahead.
I'm so excited to be coming to the workshop in January too.
Okay, well, we have a really interesting topic. It's about wellness, and Tai Chi is really created for better quality of life. And good questions. And first time we have, yeah, a lot of live audience to make the forum so much more personal. And I'm going to say goodbye to you, and hopefully we can do more of this. Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
welcome, everyone. Good morning. We have a very special forum today, and it's going to be great. It was a very special forum about 8 hours ago or so. Dr. Lam is in Toledo, Ohio, and he's there with Mike Poole, another master trainer. And we let Dr. Lam sleep in, but Mike woke up for us. And we also have Ernie, of course, here, as she always is. Thanks, Ernie, for waking up. Or not going to bed. I don't know which it is at this time of year.
It doesn't matter.
And we also have Yvonne and Philip helping to moderate today's forum. So thank you, Yvonne. Yvonne was up. It was quite late, but you stayed for the first forum. And I know many of you all saw each other just recently. Some of you were there in Switzerland. So thank goodness for Zoom. We're all together.
Yeah.
So we'll leave a few minutes for you to chat. Feel free to unmute yourself and just say hello.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Good to see you all, everyone that was in Zurich and everyone else as well. And yesterday too, Yvonne.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi, everybody. And it's so beautiful to see you again, all the team, and even the technique make it possible to join over the world. So session in USA, Toledo, we were live in with the audience, Dr. Lam, Michael, and all the Tai Chi friends. And so we can share. We let Dr. Lam sleeping. Yeah, he needs to sleep after 2 workshops like this, making big steps. And it's possible. It's possible if we are connected, if we are united in this Tai Chi friendship and love, however you want to tell them, the Chi. So we will have a nice forum, and I give the word to somebody else. Yeah, nice you are here. Thank you for sharing.
Good to see you as always too, Ernie.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Evan.
good to see all of you. I wouldn't miss it. The highlight of my night, day, whatever.
Morning for me.
Afternoon for me. It's 12:30. Ja, Sashi. Oh.
It's amazing that we can all meet like this, though, isn't it? From all parts of the
It
world.
is. It's wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah. Really good.
I had a struggle getting in, though. I had to get in through Facebook in the end.
Yes, I was afraid I might have shared the wrong link a few minutes ago to the September forum. Can anyone confirm that? Yes, I did. Uh-oh. I think that's why some people are still waiting. But hopefully they'll find the new link. That was my fault. No, I did that. I did that
That's weird. What have I
manually.
done?
No, I'm sorry about that. I'll give folks another moment. I don't think there's any way I can jump into the other meeting without closing this one. So if you have a friend who you expect to be here, you could send them an SMS and say, go to the most recent link, because I just resent the October link. But I think I mistakenly sent the September one a second ago. That was my fault. And yeah. So we'll see. Maybe wait just a few more minutes before people can figure that out.
We're expecting 33.
I know.
Maybe more.
That's right. Yeah. So
How many participants were at the Zurich meeting, workshop? Were there lots?
55.
Wow.
Oh, at the live by Zoom, 55. At the live, I would say 35 to 50, something like that. Maybe more.
So you could do Zoom. What, you could join it through Zoom, could you? The actual the Zurich, the actual the Yang 24 and the
Yeah. Also, we had
no,
in
that
Zurich.
was sorry. Go ahead, Yvonne. Yep.
No, please. Oh, we had Dr. Lam. Evan, please. Evan.
Okay, sure. So Dr. Lam was stuck because of the typhoon in Hong Kong. So he was present via Zoom, but everyone else was there in person. Yeah. So everyone. Yeah. So he kind of taught via the big monitor, and then we had Yvonne and Rosemary, Philip, and even Petra, who was visiting family. She's from Queensland. But she visited family in Europe, so she was there as well. So it was all these different types of workshops. That's okay. We're all working it out. So you'll see Dr. Lam give the introduction in a few minutes, and he's there in person in Toledo. But we had this sort of filmed in front of a live studio audience sort of thing. So we had Dr. Lam there in person, but he was sort of being beamed to the first forum. So you'll see that in a moment. I think we'll get going now, and I'll play Dr. Lam's introduction first. And then Mike, thank you so much for being here. Mike gave his talk earlier today in Toledo. We'll play his talk from earlier, and then he's here because it was actually his discovery or sort of to share the 8 dimensions of wellness. It was his topic idea. So he's here with us tonight to share more and to answer our questions. Thanks,
okay.
Mike.
Can we take notes, or do we not need to take notes?
We'll send you the recording every month. So you're welcome to wait for that, but you're welcome to do that too. Yeah.
No, I'll just listen. Otherwise, I'll miss something. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, everyone. Here's Dr. Lam's introduction. So thanks, everyone. Thank you so much, Mike. Would you like to share anything?
No, I mean, it's interesting. It definitely has, finding this has expanded my understanding of wellness and what a holistic approach to wellness might be, and how you know, we were kind of chatting a little bit afterwards, and working on one dimension affects all dimensions and how it's all interrelated. Yeah, it's been interesting for me.
Thank you so much. So I'm happy to have maybe Yvonne and Ernie can help us moderate our questions here. If there's any comments or questions that you'd like to share with Mike.
We had a question from Anne Marie about what was on the pad behind Mike when he was presenting. It was the principles, and it moved from the external toward the internal with the body structure connecting the two.
Mike, can I ask you a question?
Oh, absolutely.
I'm just curious. I'm always thinking back to my classes, and I'm wondering how much of this you incorporate into your classes. Do you try to bring a little bit into each class, or do a whole session on it? Or just curious as to what you do.
Yeah, and I approach it much like how we might add fall prevention in our classes. We kind of you'll drop this little nugget in, and you drop this little nugget in, and it's the same way I've been doing this in my classes. A little nugget about how it might give us something to think about, to ponder, and relate to the world outside of the Tai Chi class. So yeah, it's just one little nugget here, one little nugget there, and just something to give people a little takeaway. Yeah.
I think people want to come and move, and I always like to try to drop little nuggets in, but not overly philosophize and then end up lecture. Yeah, but that's
They're coming for a Tai Chi class, right? And so yeah, and then they get a lecture, and they're like, "Well, okay, thank you."
Yeah.
Would it be possible to start the session with a theme, so to speak? Because Sally, that was a great question, and I'm thinking about it as well. Like when they come in and we start, like today's intention or something is one of the dimensions. Would that work?
Yeah, I do that. So I typically start all my classes seated, and it gives them time to chat, and a lot of times I will set an intention. And so this is what we're going to kind of focus on today as we move through our practice. And so this could be something. Well, let's think about our environmental wellness today is going to be our intention. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think Philip's got his hand in.
Yeah, hi, Mike.
Hey, Philip.
We met in January last year, or this year, so we know each other a little bit. But you're also a gifted speaker. I think you speak very nice.
Thank you.
A big value, a valuable asset to the institute. But your presentation was really nice, and it also connects a little bit with the last month's session about mindfulness.
Mindfulness, yeah.
Yeah, because you asked a lot of questions during the warm-ups. Do you do something with the questions, or do you just accept the answers without judgment? And do you reassess after 2 months or something like that?
Yeah, I don't personally reassess. I call them to do that, and so we might let's say at the end of the cycle, if I'm running a cycle and I get through the eight dimensions, I might call them the next time might be to just reflect upon what they've learned in the last 2 months, or what they've wrestled with, or what strides they've made, and we offer time for people to share if they choose. And if not, that's fine too. But I do just ask them to recall back to that. Yeah.
And the results are positive, or?
I think sometimes I would say they're positive. One, in the fact that we even just think about it, I think is a positive. And some people will note the negatives in their dimensions, the negatives in their wellness. I realized I need to work on this. I realize I have not done well in this. And so although they see it as a point of improvement. And so, yeah, and so I do think people are, I'm finding people are kind of honest with themselves, and then honest when they open up to the group too. Yeah, and I think in Tai Chi class, and we all experience it. We feel a closeness and can be a little more vulnerable with ourselves in the presence of people that we're journeying with. And so, yeah, I think people are open to wrestling with some of this stuff. That's what I found.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks, Philip.
I found it really lovely. It was really lovely to watch your movements and incorporate everything, Michael. I tend to do as a week, sort of, as you say, bring in a different principle. And I'm thinking, I'm actually doing Song and Jing this week. So I'm thinking, oh, this would be lovely too. Although we probably do touch on it, it's looking at it a little bit more in depth or looking at the movements a little bit more. But yeah, I'm definitely going to bring it a little bit more in this week. Thank you.
Oh, thanks. And yeah, and it's just like and it's we're all doing that. And so what's the next step in taking it a little deeper, I think. Yeah.
I think it's nice the way that you use the principles to bring what we learn in Tai Chi into everyday life. You know, that's what you're doing in your research at the moment.
Yeah, I think so. You know, I was so I do work with law enforcement because that's kind of the area I'm wrestling with right now, and so I do a lot of this kind of work in class, and so they kind of know it's more than just coming to a Tai Chi class for those settings, and they know we're going to kind of wrestle with some of our stuff, and that's nice too. So yeah, I found that seems to work, at least with that subculture. And I was saying earlier, I was going to say last night because it is morning, but I'm able to do that because I'm an insider in the police world. Whereas, so I always advise people to go into the worlds in which you speak their language. So if you have a nursing background, try this, can we get in to areas of nursing or whatever your background may be, because you speak that language and they may be a little more accepting of just something more than just a Tai Chi. Yeah, definitely.
And then there's the confidentiality thing. People should know not to share outside the group. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, especially and to set that out for it, to say that what we're going to share in this class stays in this class. And so there's nothing yeah, and to kind of set that understand. We talk about safety is a big portion of our programs. And so I think there's some safety and confidentiality, and to set that in our safety practices as well. This is a confidential environment, and if you say something here, I'm not going to go do anything with it. And we just ask that what happens in the room stays in the room. Yeah, and just I do that just as you're rolling through your safety practices. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you very much, Michael. I really enjoyed the presentation that you have done for us. This shows your depth in connecting, and I honestly feel that this is a tool, kind of to reflect deeply, and in this fast changing world, and there is so much of uncertainty around us. It's wonderful, and thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. No, I think you're absolutely correct. It is rapidly changing, and so I think we do have to be constantly evaluating ourselves. And I probably meant to say it. I may not have said it, but we live in a fast-paced world because we allow it to be fast-paced in some ways. And so if we can start to slow down, maybe collectively we can slow down the world. I believe that. But yeah, thank you.
Well, thanks, Mike, so much. You obviously stimulated us to think, and we might just take a little moment to break into a few rooms so that we can get to know one another. We have a great group of people here. That the smaller group, you can chat a little bit more and introduce yourselves, and we'll come back at the end and wrap up. Okay. So thank you so much, Ernie. We usually hear how many countries we're representing.
Yes, I usually do a summary of that. I didn't do that this time. We have from India, maybe the furthest apart away. Hmm.
UK,
I'm seeing
Ireland.
about eight countries maybe. We have in the past gone as many as 15 countries.
Jolie's
Yeah,
counting.
this is wonderful.
He's up to 5, 6. I'm following Jolie counting. That's all right. Hi, Julie. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Mike, did you want to close with any thoughts from your breakout or from anything else?
No, I mean, it was wonderful chat. And yeah, and it's just yeah, one of the things, we came up as we were chatting about, dropping this into your classes but be prepared because things may come up and things may come out. And how do you manage that in the midst of it all? So yeah, it's, kind of, and we were chatting. Some of what brought me to this is, um, some of the reading I've done with that our body holds our emotionality physically. And so there's a lot of, we were chatting about some of the research in that. And so it's natural when there's movement that you release emotionality. And so have you had, as instructors, people just start to cry in class? Well, because their body's releasing some of this stuff, or dealing with stuff. And so yeah, just be prepared for it and manage it to the best of your ability, and maintaining confidentiality. And so, but
Thank you.
thanks for waking me up.
Well, thanks for waking up.
You're great. You're great, Mike. It was wonderful. Do we have time for a picture?
I think we should. Yeah, we should have a photo. Maybe, Mike. Why don't you lead us in a. However, sometimes we wave, sometimes we do something else. Well, whatever. We'll follow
sometimes we do
you.
something. Well, I don't know. Well, let's I don't know. I'll just whatever moves you to do. How about that?
Oh, okay.
Express your emotionality.
Oh, look at. All right, some fancy. All right, we're doing great. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. Thank you, everyone. That was great. That was fun. I'll just go back to Yvonne, Philip, and the rest of the senior trainers also who are here. If you'd like to share anything to the community before we close, go ahead, Yvonne.
Yeah, it was so nice to do the breakout room groups. And we have seen that we are from different countries and connected in this smaller group, and to see on which point people are. So there was also Michael Kraus from, he is coming and not certified, but he found the connection to the TCHI Institute. And so he's very interested to learn more, to get certified. And so it's so beautiful how we see the wave is going on. So, and what Michael told us all is the dimensions of wellness. So we do something very nice and very well for people. We love it. And so it's absolutely amazing how now we are going on and sharing and yeah, be friends, Tai Chi friends over the world. What best can we have?
Yeah,
Thank you.
Mike, thank you for your presentation. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I learned a lot. remember the benefits of Tai Chi, grow with practice. So keep on practicing, keep on breathing, and I hope to see you all in the future at the next Zoom session or somewhere else. Thank you.
Now, we already have the topics lined up for the next 2 months, taking through the rest of the year. And as usual, everyone will get a video recording link within several days, allow a little time for editing. We get that out to all of you, so you can view the session again as often as you like.
Yeah, that just to follow on, Ernie, I'll let you know that Betty Scanlon, MT Betty Scanlon, who many of you have met and worked with, she'll be presenting a very practical session on providing meaningful, positive feedback when teaching Tai Chi. Was there a comment? One more. Was that Julie?
I was going to say, yeah, I was sorry. I was just waiting to make sure nobody was speaking. Sorry. I just want to say that I enjoyed the breakout room as well. I thought it was nice because it's the first time I've done this, and I just thought it was a nice touch just to give a little bit of confidence. And I just wanted to say, Kevin, a good luck on your very first session in.
Thank you.
Yeah, really good. Yeah, really. I hope you have a lovely holiday, and can't wait to hear how your session goes. Your very first one.
I'll let
inspiring
everyone
me.
know. Like I say, it's a bit daunting, but I've done the training, so there shouldn't be
believe in yourself.
any issue.
Absolutely, yeah.
Just stick to the principles, and we should be okay.
Great. Good luck with it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You will do great. You will do
Thank
great,
you,
I'm sure.
I've got to go. So it's lovely seeing everybody. Thank you for a fabulous
That's
session.
fantastic.
Really good. Thank you, Michael.
Yeah,
thank you. Lovely seeing everyone.
Thank you very much. Lovely. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much. Let's close our meeting. Thank you so much for coming
and thanks for
to this one.
everything.
Thank
Totally
you.
enjoyed it.
Thank you, Myra.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Mike.
Oh, you're more than welcome, Adam.
Thanks, Yvonne and Philip, for moderating those groups too. That was great. I was glad that that we got to do a breakout session today. I'm glad that we did.
Yeah. And Michael, bring our greetings to the Toledo group now.
I
and
will,
have
I
fun
will.
with Dr. Lam and all the Tai Chi
Yeah.
friends, Michael.
I'll let them know in the morning. Yeah.
We are
That'd be
with
fun.
you.
Thank you. It was fun. Yeah, it was fun. It was good.
Yeah. Good. Good to see you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Julie.
Julia. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, Audrey.
Bye. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, until next month, everyone. Good night and good morning. Good day.
Okay. Bye, Evan.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.